no, 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 no. And I was like, are you sure? Because if you say yes, I can't un-yes this shit. Like, you can't un-yes this situation.
Once you hit the button,
Like,
there's no.
like there are people, I was like, yo, you gotta hold on. There are people texting me right now saying, yo, what's going on? I said, because I done made some calls. So if I say go, you understand it's a go, go. Like, I'm gonna say where they live at, and I'm gonna tell you you might want to leave town for a couple of minutes.
Right, right.
Like, I had one of my mans literally call me and be like, yo, you ain't even gotta go down there with me. You just tell me their house. I don't even want you involved.
Right.
Like, want some real shit.
That's the funny thing. I've had the same thing happen.
Wait,
So-
were you the one that they called?
Yeah, probably.
No, it was I post because when I fry folks, I gotta I gotta put it on display. So they read some of the stuff that the dude had said, and they know that I gotta some connections and can find out what people are. So they was inboxing me, asking me, do we need to make a move? I'm like, nah, this is just some
I think
social
I did
media.
that to you before too.
What's
one
that?
time. Like you put something on Facebook about somebody, and I was like, "What? Say word?"
Oh yeah. See
But-
that's the beautiful thing
but-
about social media.
But the growth for me is saying, no, we don't need to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Let me handle this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really have my friends who spent, who have no problem going in and out of jail. It's like, oh no, you don't got nothing. I ain't got no problem going back.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest
like, yo,
with you
it's not that
guys.
serious.
Um,
But there's a part of me, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, would have been like, yo, nigga, come pick me up. They live in such a.
see,
Let
I'm
me
gonna
tell
be
you.
real with you.
I'm gonna be real with you. You know what the most scariest conversation was?
What?
Me and my cousin, and we're not really cousins. We both from New York, and we ran up and down the streets together.
So
We called each other cousins.
y'all was cousins when y'all were
And
little.
we got the beef.
Mhm.
And my brother came home, and he looked at me, and my brother said the scariest shit to me that I ever heard in my life. He said, "Are y'all really beefing?" And I said, "Why?" He was just like, "Cause I ain't afraid to go back to jail. I'll send somebody to their house right now and have them tied up and they be done with." And I thought about our relationship. I thought about his kids who I played with. I thought about everything, and I was like, it ain't even that serious.
Mhm.
And I stopped talking to him for 5 fucking years.
Mhm.
And it wasn't because I hated him, because I didn't want to beef with him, because I know my brother. If we do it one time, it's cool. You do it 2 times,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. You do it 3 times, it's nothing I can take back. And when we finally talked and we made amends, and unfortunately, like 3 years after we finally talked and made amends, he passed away.
Mhm.
But the scariest conversation was, he was like, my brother told me, he said, you need to decide if this is a real beef or not, because I don't want to go back to jail
Mhm.
for nothing stupid.
Right.
But if it's a real beef,
Yep.
you my brother,
Mhm.
I'll kill a nigga for
Things happen.
you. And I remember sitting there. I remember sitting there tonight, and I was paranoid. I was like, what I need to tell my brother.
Mhm.
And I remember one of my friends called me.
Mhm.
And he ain't the most gangster's friend, but he knows people. And he called me, he said, oh, you beefing with Shorty? I said, yeah. Ain't no problem. He was like, alright. And he called me back like 3 o'clock in the morning. He said, yo, I'm with this dude right now. Where you live at again? And I was like, dog, I just went to sleep. Don't even worry.
Right. Right.
And I was up all night.
See, let me.
And I didn't want to cross that line.
That's. I'm glad that you can identify with it, because going back to what we talked about at the beginning, we got these senseless killings out here
Yeah.
over something stupid because
That's
nobody
true.
took a second to say, "Hey, you know what? That's not worth it."
But see, not to be devil's advocate, but
We about to say something.
What's the,
I'm just saying some folks take this street cred bullshit too far. They live in music videos and movies. They don't understand that.
But you got to think about it. See, this is where you wrong. That I don't even mean to cut you off, because it's not the street cred bullshit. It's just how they are.
And
So
it's your pride, it's your ego.
It ain't got nothing to do with street cred. Like, for real, even before my brother went in the first time, that's who he was.
Mhm.
If you fuck with his family, he was gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's people out here like that.
And even my god brother, one of my god brothers, and I lie to you not, a dude came up to me and said, he said, yo, your brother owes me money, he's locked up. I should take this coat off your back. I looked at the nigga, I said, go ahead and try. And he was like, what the fuck ever. When I got back to the house, I told my mom, I said, yo, this nigga just came to me. He just told me he's going to take this coat off my back. He told me that. She called my god brother. I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't snitching.
Mm-hmm.
My god brother came 4 cars deep.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped out on the nigga. And he told him, he's like, I will murder you. And the two dudes in the car that ain't got nothing to do. He said, I don't even care, they ain't got nothing to do with the people. Because y'all jumping out on somebody who has nothing, who ain't even about that life. And he literally, he said, and dude told him, he said, dude, I got a pistol on me right now. He said, I can shoot you right now. And he said, nigga, I said, we 3 cars. He told him, he said, in the gang, this is my family. He said, nigga, we 3 cars deep. I will murder, he said, you will murder me. He said, I guarantee you and them 2 dudes will not even make it out this spot. No. And the crazy thing is, the dudes he bought, I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, I've had similar situations, but like I said, that situation was provoked because they came at you and you had to do what you had to do. I've been in situations where y'all always say I like to play victim, but I did nothing wrong.
What did you do?
I mean, going back, I was telling somebody
that not did something wrong.
I was telling somebody this story earlier because we was talking about something. But back in my, one of the things.
Husband came on while you was fucking.
Nah.
I did nothing wrong.
The priest came out while you was fucking in the church.
No, this is actually in my teenage years.
Your ideas are nothing wrong with something different.
This is my high school years. This is something that
we know
always.
You did something wrong.
Now this is something that gave me problems for a while because I never understood it. It was a situation. I was making money. My folks was making money.
A situation.
What were you doing making money?
I was working and doing some other things.
There you go.
What was your entanglement?
But that was nothing wrong.
Did your entanglement include illegal activity?
Hypothetically, it might have allegedly,
What?
Lady Antoinette, is this deja vu? It's a yes or no answer.
I'm taking the 5th. And
you need to take a shot.
Taking the 5th.
But let's just say a situation occurred where there was some animosity towards me because I was making more money than them and they were staying on the block and I was doing other things and venturing out. Long story short, they decided that they were going to approach me and they wanted to jump me. But they let me know they were going to jump me and didn't jump me when they let me know. So long story short, a lot of folks feel like they have to do things because the streets, if they know that this happened, then I'm going to be looked at as a punk or I'm going to be disrespected or yada, yada, yada this. And in the long run, when they did or they tried to move, they tried to make, they still got dealt with. They got made a fool of and they got nothing to their advantage. So I'm like, street cat is cool. You can talk about it, but it's nothing out there real. You need to get into the real life. This living movies and living music videos, this shit ain't real. Those reality shows are not real. Don't think, because I don't watch that shit. Yeah, I don't watch that shit. I refuse to watch because they're getting money off of you watching them be stupid. And you're still struggling to pay your bills. You on social media talking about, spoiler alert, don't tell me what happens on this show or that show. And I always ask, when the last time you been to your kids' PTA meeting? When the last time you helped them with their homework? But you're more worried about some show of them doing some ratchet dumb shit and cussing and fussing and making black people look stupid, which you're rioting and protesting in the streets about equality and being looking at as even and equal, but you're supporting shows that promote stereotypical dumb behavior.
You know what? That was CP3 on the 4th chapter of Gangster Chronicles. That chapter is called Join the PTA.
So get out there and learn what your little niggas doing in school.
Join the PTA. He doesn't want you.
I'm just saying.
This message was brought to you by CP3. Join the PTA.
I'm just
Do
saying.
not watch Ratchet
This
TV.
goes back to the conversation you were having about we have to do better as a black community. We put our priorities in the wrong place.
You are an honorary PTA member.
Well, I got nieces and nephews I'm trying to look out for.
Honorary PTA
but
member.
you know what? What's crazy right now? This is how crazy 2020 is. My nieces and nephews, sperm donors / fathers are actually. I'm just saying. Actually, the last few months have actually been in their child's lives.
That's good. See, there you
Yeah,
go.
I'm.
2020
I have.
is birthing new relationships and
Well, he's trying to get back on my sister because he just broke up with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna say that part. We
but
just gonna say 2020.
I'm happy he's with the
mended
kids.
these
I'm happy
relationships.
because he's actually because my nieces and nephews. I tell them all the time they're some spoiled little bastards sometimes, and he's checking them now, and he doesn't like the way because I tell him all the time, but because I don't spank them or put hands on them anymore because of other situations which I'm not going to go into, but they don't listen. And now that they're hearing their father say it instead of their mom or their uncle who's been there every day and the person that they so-called miss. Exactly. And they're actually understanding now, which I love. My sister told me this the other day and I was boosted because I've been trying to find a way to connect with them and I haven't been able to. But that's the disconnect we have in our black community also. We have to start talking to the youth. We have to start understanding. I used to shoot down and call all you dumb millennials, yada, yada, yada. But now that I work with some of them and they came into class with me at work, I've actually started to try to understand their thought process. I didn't know many, so I would be like other folks and prejudge them and just talk shit about them. That's what we do. It's funny.
So you're prejudiced is what you're saying.
I never said I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So, but...
Whoa.
Remember that. Just.
I never said I wasn't prejudiced. I never said I'm racist, but I'm prejudiced.
I think you're racist too.
You can't be racist. Black people can't be racist because we don't have any power over the system to make change happen. White folks are racist and they control the voting.
Why did I say this?
Because you opened up this can of worms. You know I've been drinking.
Why did I
and
say
you know
this?
I've been drinking. You know it's my birthday, and we ain't talk politics in a while. It's my birthday.
I got some good news and I got some bad news.
What's that?
We're about to reset 3 hour mark. We're going to wrap this up because I've been working all week.
I'm about to say that ain't nothing new. I had to restart my
And I
feed.
gotta go.
And damn, you really drinking that 40 like a thumb, though!
Where you going?
He banging on the block.
So, you.
I said, where you going?
I said you banging on the block.
I'm having a 90s flashback. Fuck y'all.
I bet you are. So, birthday boy, you got any some parting words of wisdom?
Let's see. Caught me off guard with that one.
Why? Because you were sipping a 40?
Yeah, now you want me to be retrospective and shit after I'm drinking a 40 on there.
Wait, what did you say?
Retrospective.
Yes. Come through with your big words.
This nigga look big words every day, nigga.
I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow. I've been reading. I've been reading, man. I gotta perfect my craft,
You
baby.
are reading books.
Hey,
I'm so proud.
reading is fundamental.
Yes. Come through, big words.
Yeah, I tell my staff that all the time. But go ahead.
I've been telling folks lately, been talking to a lot of people. I've been through a rough stretch over the last 7-8 years, but you wouldn't know because I'm going to keep pushing forward and keep moving forward. And I never knew what my path was, but I have a spiritual advisor that I talk to. I have people in my corner that says, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why you're going through this, and there's a reason that, the man upstairs is putting you through all these trials and tribulations because you have a blessing coming your way, but you just have no idea how big it is until you are ready for it. And this year, has been crazy. 151, how many times I've called you and told you, like, dog, you won't believe what just happened. You're like, no, not that couldn't have happened. Like, yeah, dog, this is my life. This is what happened. And I'm always going to smile because it's life. It's a roller coaster. You got to just make sure you don't throw up when you go up and down on it because you never know what to expect.
Wow. That's deep.
Thank you.
I was ready for that. That nigga just...
Don't throw out. Yikes.
So I mean, like I said, with the support of you guys, like you said, you always been encouraging. Even when I was down, you wouldn't let me stay there. You give me time, go through what I'm going through, but you always be encouraging. And it's just, just try to be more open to get out of your comfort zone. That's one of the things that they've been preaching to us at the car dealership. You have to get outside your comfort zone if you're going to be a good salesman, because you have to be able to relate to everybody, not just people that are like you.
Yep.
And
So,
go ahead.
Let me tell you this. Success equals getting out your comfort zone.
No
Yes,
doubt.
you have to.
Pretty
You
much.
can't be successful. If your comfort zone is the couch, that means you ain't never left the fucking house. You can't be successful in the real world if you ain't never left the couch.
No bullshit.
And so, I get that.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So yeah, it's just I've been through a lot. I've made money. I worked at our old company for 20 years, made good money, but I was miserable. And now I'm broke as a motherfucker.
But you happy?
But I'm happy because peace of mind. I didn't understand how much peace of mind goes into it, and peace of mind is priceless. So through all this craziness, all this stuff that's going on with the election, with the COVID ramp up, with stuff shutting back down again, just try to find your happiness and find what pushes you, what makes you go. Because this is the time to do it, with them shutting stuff down a little bit more. Find out, don't worry about all this other bullshit. Start digging into yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. If you can't look yourself in the mirror every day and be proud of what you've done or what you said or who you interacted with, that means you need to check yourself. It can't always be somebody else that's the problem. The common denominator is you. And until you become accountable for yourself, you're never going to be successful. And that's a lesson I learned and that I preach. And ever since that I've accepted that, and I do that, I do a self-check every day. I look myself in the mirror, go through every interaction that I've had with every person throughout the day, and see how could I have done it better. If it was a bad interaction, what role did I play into it, and how could I become a better person so that situation won't happen again. Right. And until we can do that as a person, we can't expect society to change until we start changing ourselves.
Yeah, and then I just got a visual. I got a visual of CP3 before he leave out, looking in the mirror saying, "Check yourself before you wreck yourself."
In his Ice Cube voice.
Yeah.
In his Dr. Beck voice. Check yourself, right? You wreck yourself.
In my head, and he said that you need to check your. Yes, go ahead.
You need rap.
See, that's the killer. That's that rock the killer now. I'm feeling the people's eyebrow. Yeah, fuck it. I ain't driving. I ain't driving. Fuck it.
Acting a fool. So all it took.
It's my birthday.
All it took was for you to get a ride here.
Yeah, if I ain't driving in Northern Virginia, hell, I drink all the damn bottle in this motherfucker.
Oh, so you should have said that from the beginning.
I ain't gonna tell y'all I want y'all to get me drunk. We had to work our way here.
Well, last week, baby, you was he was done.
I was.
Last week was bad though. I was like, yo, is this nigga when we go? I thought you was asleep on camera, and you started talking real slow, and then remember he had that high voice. What was that?
Hey man, we was how many different drinks did we have? How many different drinks did we have? That's what happened, man. Antoine Bigum's come out, man.
Oh wait,
the Dave Chappelle show, man. That's my Antoine Bigum's voice, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I said, oh wait, Ariana, where you come from?
Red balls.
There you go. The nigga said, yo, I didn't even hear the song.
Yeah, I did. I heard the beat. I ain't hear none of the words, but I was in.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nigga, I was on cloud 12, dog. I wasn't even on cloud 9, bro.
You was on cloud CP3.
And I was sitting here, and he was like this. I said, "Are your eyes open?" Nah.
No, I ain't even see my feed.
Right.
You just done.
Yes, extra done. So you gonna take a goodbye shot?
Hey man, it is what it is. I ain't driving. I ain't gotta worry about it. Get a DUI in the passenger seat.
If you do, it's a problem.
It's a problem, exactly. Profiling pastors.
Lady Antoinette, you got any final words before we take this shot?
I mean, just check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ain't nothing more to say.
Riggedy rap.
Right, because, CP3, he done did it. But I will say this. I will say something. Kind of bringing it full circle. We got to stop killing each other.
Definitely.
Like that's a big concern of mine. A lot of these young men we talked about last week. I mean, I have nephews that age. My children are coming up as well. They're just slightly younger than a lot of these rappers. Shout out to my kids. My daughter will be 19 next month. My son is 14. So they know who these rappers are. They see these people and they're like, wow, they got killed. And I mean, we dealt with it when we were younger, but it was just like, I mean, come on, in 1 week? Like, really?
Was it 3 in 1 week?
Yeah, 3 were shot in 1 week. Not to mention the week before that and the week before that. Yeah. So it's like every week we come back and we have, these murders. So we really have to stop killing each other. I mean, we have more than enough risk out here. We're being hunted. And why is it that we're being hunted, but then we're turning around and still killing each other? You're helping the hunters.
Exactly.
So it just has to stop. That's really all I have to say. Not sure if anyone listening is going to pay attention to it.
But it still needs to be said.
It needs to be said, but hopefully, not only the people who are responsible for these type of crimes, not just to reach out to them, but all those who are listening who have young men in their lives that are doing these type of things or living that type of life, talk to them. Like CP3 said earlier, we really need to talk to the youth, because without guidance from their elders, they're going to be lost.
Yeah.
We had guidance, and the generations before us all had guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at the point where we have to be that guidance to this next generation. So
Definitely.
It's important.
Definitely. Black people, black men, we gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
You turned in what should be a party and a celebration show into a very somber moment, because we joke and we have fun, but at the end of the day, within 1 week, 3 black men have been shot. I gotta be happy about that.
Right.
2 black men have died.
You have to start holding each other accountable.
As a race, how can we move forward? We keep killing each other.
Right.
And we have to take turns to police ourselves. So, I just want people to start to think. Think about your actions. Think about how your actions are going to affect. Like, the hardest thing I've ever had in my life is, and the one thing I do respect is, when my brother got locked up, and they asked him to snitch, and he said no, and he said, and they asked him why, and he said, so I don't want to put another person's family through what my family's going through. Mm-hmm. Think about what a person's family going to go through when when you pull that trigger and they ain't got no father, they ain't got no son, mm-hmm. they ain't got no cousin, they ain't got, like the loss of a loved one doesn't do that. If you don't kill that person, you murder that family.
But you also got to think about the other aspect of it, that he was taking responsibilities for his actions. And even though he could have snitched on somebody else that was doing something maybe they weren't supposed to be doing, he manned up and took what was coming to him, because he's going to do the time for the crime that he know he committed. That's the same thing I said. If I'm willing to take the repercussions of the actions that I've done in my life. So, yeah, I am. I have no regrets in my life. Anything that I've done, I can look myself in the mirror and say, at that time, I had the good intentions in my heart to do the right things. It might not have been the right thing, but in my heart it was, and in my brain it was, because of the mindset that I was in.
We talking about the fact that you don't take,
That's just for the show. That's just to keep things fun.
But off air, you.
Because I can't just automatically agree with you guys that I'm a piece of shit. Come on now, I gotta fight a little bit.
What I'm saying is like, these young men have to think of the consequences of their actions. Yeah. And you gotta think about who you want to affect before you pull that trigger.
Yeah. We don't think about the long game.
The thing is, they need to think about, does this man have a daughter? Does this man have a son? Like, when you raise, like, being a fatherless child, I've been a fatherless child. It ain't fun. Mm-hmm. Being a child, like, I don't care how much I celebrate having EBT cards. Being poor ain't fucking fun. Mm-mm. It ain't. Because at the end of the day, when you go to school and these kids have on $200 pair of sneakers, and you got hand-me-downs, and you know you poor, it ain't fun.
Right.
It ain't fun when you look at when you got the fake me out jacket. And the kid in front of you has the real Haley Hansen or whatever. You got the fake me out Eddie Bauer, and they got the real one. Like it's you know what it is? It's a reminder that you're poor. And when you put kids through this, and then on top of that, you want to take away the probably one father figure they had, maybe their older brother, maybe their cousin, or maybe their fucking father. It ain't fair to them kids. And before we pull that trigger, you gotta start to think: is what you beefing about really worth it?
No, it's usually not.
And that's what, and that's the biggest takeaway I can give you. Outside of that, it was meant to be a happy show to celebrate your birthday. But at the same time, we cannot talk. It is our responsibility as being media. We cannot not talk about what is going on in this community and what's affecting it. Fuck who's the president. Fuck who's the vice president. How do we stop these black young men from dying?
Right. On one hand, we're celebrating life.
Yes.
We're happy CP3 is here. 43 years, and no young woman has taken him out.
I don't believe in that.
Not yet. Huh?
I don't believe in that. I treat all my young ladies love.
I'm just saying, we happy you here. On one hand, and then on another hand, we're dealing with senseless murders.
Yes. And we talked about this week.
And we apparently got to talk about it this week too. It's ridiculous.
And then I didn't even know the Boosie situation. I just learned about the Benny Butcher situation 2 hours before the show.
Yeah, I'm still blown about that.
Yeah.
And like the Mo 3 situation was sad enough.
And you know, one of my
he got killed in his own city.
Yeah. One of my friends, I posted the story. One of my friends said something about being a rapper nowadays is an occupational hazard.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, it's true, but that's crazy.
But that's the thing. Why? And here's the thing. When we have rappers down like this, who wants to be a rapper? Who wants to be successful? Because then we'll have NBA ball. Like, I remember when the Bias died. A lot of kids' hoop dreams stopped. We could have had the next Michael Jordan. We could have had the next LeBron James. But then, damn, the person who we looked up to died. Fuck that shit.
You know what's crazy about you saying that? I actually went to the babysitter over by Columbia Park Elementary, where the same street that his mom lived on. I was there that day when all the police cars was there in Columbia Park. So it's just funny that you say. I remember I was about 6 or 7 years old when that stuff happened, and it was tragic. And I still remember the ripple effect, not just through the community, but through the NBA, through the sports community, everything.
Let me keep you the realest shit ever. The ripple effect was I was a fan of them Bias.
Right.
When he died, I stopped watching college basketball.
I feel you.
And honestly,
I couldn't feel anything.
But that's on one end. But his mother became a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And I've heard her speak at a PTA sponsored event. And
yeah. Be there for the kids.
Because her grandchildren, attended the same school my children did. So she spoke. And she actually lost 2 sons. And she lost 2 sons. And so she was speaking on that, and I commend her because she took her pain that she experienced and wanted to uplift others. And I understand if you go through something and you don't want to do that, but it's needed.
Yes.
It's really needed.
It is. So.
Just to give a quick update on Benny the Butcher, I was just looking it up since we brought it up again. It looked like he was shot in his leg. I haven't seen any more new reports on it, but due to being shot in his leg, I'm not going to say that he should be good because we all know what happened with Sean Taylor. You can still be out from a leg injury, but from what I've seen so far, I haven't seen anything change on the status. So hopefully, prayers out to him. And just the fact that his man, in the clip also got shot. if you know Griselda, caught one in the neck. And it's just crazy, like you say that.
Here's the great thing. Over the Mo 3 killing, there's been 12 murders in Dallas over that.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, and I know y'all might get blown, but niggas is stupid. Niggas is stupid, and it really pisses me off. But I used to be one of those niggas.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say I understand. I'm not gonna say I condone. But as you said, we have to do better.
We do.
You can't be out here protesting a black man getting killed by a white man, but then you go out and go kill your own black man yourself.
And that's the thing. Some of these same people was protesting, but they still put a trigger on another black man.
Right. And I'm gonna really say praise up to Dallas because there's a lot of stuff in it. Because that's what Boosie was too.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
My sister lives in Houston. My sisters. Two of my sisters live in Houston. Black women. Yeah. A bullet ain't got no name on it.
Right.
The bullets don't discriminate.
Not at all.
And it's very fearful when you see that and your loved ones live in that city.
Right. And it's crazy because I have a lot of people in Dallas. About 4 years ago, I wanted to move to Dallas. I could be there right now in the midst of all this nonsense.
Yeah. So
it's sad.
You know, it is what it is, and we just want black people in general, black men, stand up, do better.
Right. So we're going to flip the script back to CP3's birthday and take this shot, this celebratory birthday shot.
Take this last shot.
I want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Mark, checking us out in Colorado Springs, man. Appreciate you checking us out.
Mark.
Shouting us out, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes and everything. I still got to get out of Colorado, to come see the come see the mountains and come see the mountains
Colorado
and shit.
is nice. I know why you're saying.
I'm going to come see the mountain. I'm coming to see the mountains, Mark.
Yes, but mountain made of what?
Huh?
Green mountains.
I like mountains in the snow. I want to see the Colorado Rockies.
Nigga, take your shot.
All right, cheers, man. Appreciate it, Mark. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.
All right.
Good God. Yay.
It's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling, understandable writing that makes an impact on your reader. Much better.
Amsterdam?
Fuck Boosie, I'm talking about motherfucking business. I like Benny.
Is a well-known rapper too. I'm saying they both were shot in the leg. So somebody out there was shooting people in the legs. Boosie was shot after the vigil.
Shit is crazy, man. It's probably them Trump motherfuckers.
No.
Yeah, I want to vote for Biden and rap. Fuck y'all niggas. They mad for real. They big mad. I'm mad we ain't talk about that more.
In the city, they were fighting.
No, they were. They did get to fighting.
Yes.
I figured they would.
Decided to show up, and they were fighting.
Cause they that wish a nigga would crowd.
Yes,
you see?
I've seen multiple videos.
Did you see the post they put up? Yeah, they see the post they put up. Trump rally in Anacostia Park.
But I mean, I can say more detriment to black men. But what my thing is, at the end of the day, for Kamala, she's a prostitute. That's her job. But it's deeper than that. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, she's a prostitute.
being corrupt and all the other stuff. Yeah, prostitution is one, but you are sending mothers to jail, mandatory 6 months to a year because your child is being laughed about. It's all on record on video.
But see, I don't even look at that. That to me, that's not corruption. That's her being heartless.
That's just to the iceberg.
Yeah, that's being heartless.
If you want to, like I said, Gitmo has been expanded, and just to actually, like I said, this whole election is an agenda being pushed, and deeper than what people know is actually going to be coming out. So, if you get one of the emergency broadcast things on your phone, and it's a message, social media's going to be down. One thing you're going to be seeing on the TV is military tribunals. And you're going to see who's going to be on there. The people in the phone, they got to give it to people in little pieces. Because just imagine your favorite politician or your actor, Hollywood shut down.
Remember we told her to play this? We told her to play this at the end of every song. I mean, every show. We be partying to this.
Come at Wally B.
This should be hot, man.
Right.
This should get the party
Last
started.
time you was drunk as hell and he was like partying.
This joint get the party started, man. You get some drinks in you. Yeah, cause I still got the live feed going. I still got the live feed going. We keep the mics on. It's behind the scenes, baby. It's what we do. My cousin's telling me your mic's still live.
Did you eat some?
I ain't eat no M&M's yet. I want some more
Why
tacos.
you talking like that?
I want some more tacos.
She put the tacos up. Why would you?
I'm gonna still get some more. I'm gonna still get some more tacos. You know, last time I had tacos.
No, when
I don't eat.
I make tacos all the time.
Well, you need to call me next time you make tacos.
You are right here on the corner.
I need some tacos in my life.
I don't play with my tacos either. I just make them all the time.
I need some tacos in my life. You goddamn right I
When your
is.
voice go up.
That's when it's a party.
Oh my God. That 40 doing it for you. I'm sorry, 42.
That too. Yeah. Hey, it's my birthday. I don't give a fuck. Got a lot of shit going on in my brain. Yeah, a lot of shit going
This
on.
song I meant to play.
Oh, before the other joint.
Just cut that up, that little baby song.
Yeah. I cut them off.
Yeah.
This
So
joint
the
do be
nigga that
right.
rapping is whack. So I have to cut them off.
I just ignore most of them motherfuckers most of the time.
We know. Last week we just straight ignored.
You should have played that. You should have played the joint again from the artist that was on there. That joint was tight. You should have played that joint again.
Yeah, that was
The one, the King Jim joint. You should have played that joint again.
Yeah, I will do another show.
Right.
I was ready to vibe. Now I'm sitting down. I can vibe to that joint. Now I was standing up. I couldn't get into it like I wanted to. That shit was
Well,
nice.
you should pay attention because I swear to you, last week I died.
That's when one show you was like, I ain't heard no lyrics, but that's a spoken joint.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or the West Coast was like, I don't remember what your nigga said, but that joint was alright.
Yeah, 'cause I can't. These mumble rappers, man.
He
last
wasn't
week.
mumbling.
Oh,
Last
I was
week
fucked
you
up.
straight didn't listen.
Oh, well, last week I was bit. Y'all had that gin whiskey and the motherfucking tequila. You damn right I was bit. I ain't hear shit.
Nigga, don't be blaming us for simple shit. Oh, damn, I meant to play a new Renegade song tonight.
Still got time. I got my feet still going. Shit.
That gin. No, last week I didn't bring the gin.
Oh, you had that chocolate stuff last time.
No, that was before. That chocolate, that's the bottom right
Yeah, that's what I finished. Remember, I got the last of the bottom of that. Remember?
Oh, last week?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Remember, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You gonna talk about you was wild, and yeah, you made it happen. Give me that. Talk about that's the best of it, but the bottom,
Right.
that's when you get messed up right there. That's when you feel it. And gonna wonder why I'm on air tripping and shit. Gonna give me the motherfucking apple and talking about why you bite it. See the people I'm surrounded with, y'all. This behind the scenes, the stuff that goes on at the bar radio, and they wonder why I play victim because I do be victimized.
Oh my God.
See, they in denial, y'all. They be doing me dirty. She bought a 211 42 ounce. She didn't even bring the 40. She bought a 42 ounce because she knew that would get me
That's all
fucked
they
up.
had.
I ain't never seen the 42 ounce in my life until tonight.
Me either.
See? She done concocted this shit to get me fucked up. She went to the Steel Reserve people and asked for a 42 ounce. Fred, we still here, baby. I'm still not trying to feel on the fuck with y'all.
Of course, the show goes over 3 hours.
3.5.
My feed ended at an hour and 30 minutes for some reason again. That should be killing me.
Niggas like, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up.
I don't know if it's because I didn't have my power cord in, because it did. I didn't realize it got down to like 18%.
Yeah, that would do it, nigga.
That's probably what it was.
If you running several different programs,
I'm only really running 2, Mom Crush and OBS. That's probably what it was. Yeah, because I ain't done that in a while.
Why you think my power cord stays in when I do this shit?
I don't like the over, because you know you can overcharge that. I didn't overcharge this joint like one time, and I don't like overcharging the battery because then you fuck it up even more.
Overcharge it if you're running 2 major programs.
Yeah, but once you hit 100, I like to unplug it. I don't like to overcharge it once it's over 100 because you do your battery.
On major programs?
They take up more power.
Yeah, but normally I plug it back in. I didn't realize it got that low.
You more than because you're doing a live feed.
Yeah. But normally I plug it back in. I didn't realize that it got that low. Because it was at like 80 when I looked at it. Next thing I know, that shit was at like 18.
I could give y'all another song, but no, we're not.
Yeah, it's 9:28. You good?
Excuse me. See y'all tomorrow night.
You ain't breathed out.
See y'all tomorrow night. Sports and Nil Podcast, True Radio Network, coming at you 9 o'clock. Breaking down the Washington football team and their loss to the Detroit Lions on some fluke crazy shit. Be back tomorrow. CP3 out.